So today I'm with Dane. Dane, how old are you?
I'm 42 years old.
Dane, how long have you been in a wheelchair?
This is my second time in the wheelchair, and I've been in it just over 2 months this time.
I see you have like a hospital little bracelet.
Yeah, I just got out of the hospital the day before yesterday. I left against medical advice because of the way I was being treated at one of the local hospitals here, which I won't name to protect them, but I feel like I could have been getting a whole lot better care somewhere else.
Would you go in initially? Like, what was the reason why you were there?
I had an infection in my right leg, which stems from a car accident that happened 6 years ago. I've had multiple surgeries on it, been in the hospital several times. This is my second time in the last year being in a wheelchair and in the hospital. And being out here on the streets, it's hard because I don't hardly ever sit down or lay down, so I don't get to rest my leg and it gets swollen, and that's where the problems come from.
It's very swollen right now. Your right foot, like extremely swollen. You said you had surgery a couple days ago?
Yeah. I do need to go back to the hospital, and I'm gonna do that tonight. I'm gonna try to go to a different hospital this time.
So you've been having like recurring infections for the past 6 years?
Well, I've only been getting the infections since I've been down here living on the streets. Bone infections and cellulitis.
So, what is that on your left forearm? That big hole? You have a big hole on your left forearm.
Oh, that started out as just a little scratch, and because of the infection in my leg, it also got infected as well.
Let me see. Yeah, it's like a 1-inch gash, man,
Yeah.
A little bit more, another centimeter, and you can see your bone probably, right?
Yeah.
So dude, I just talked to a gentleman yesterday. I met him for the first time 7 months ago. I saw him yesterday for the second time. The first time I saw him, he had both hands. Yesterday he was missing his left hand. They amputated it 3 weeks ago.
Oh man.
Because of everything you're telling me right now. Cellulitis, infection, swollen, hospitals. That's gonna be you.
Yeah, and it is, and I could possibly even lose my life. I could go septic and die. The infection could go to my organs, and it's scary. It's a scary thing.
I'm gonna ask you. I think I already know the answer. I'm gonna ask you this anyways, okay, to see what your response is. So, what is the reason? Okay, so you just told me about the hospital. They weren't nice to you, all that. But what is the reason, the real reason why you do an AMA against medical advice? Why don't you stay at the hospital, get all cleaned up? Is it because they're not being nice to you, or is it perhaps because you know that you're going to be away from blues for an extended period of time?
To be real with you, it's a drug addiction.
Got it. Okay. I've interviewed people. I've been doing this for 3.5 years, dude. I can't even keep track of how many people I've interviewed. They're in wheelchairs, and they're going through the exact same thing you're going through. So you're not unique. And then a couple months later, they're gone. Because that infection travels to their heart.
Yeah.
And by the time they go to the hospital, too late. The doctors can't do anything for you. It's just a matter of time. That's real life. People are losing their limbs and losing their lives out here, right?
Yeah.
So, because of addiction. It's not the hospital. It's not because they're being mean. It's because your addiction to blues. That's really what it is.
And that's the truth too. I used a set of circumstances and a few minor mistreatments as an excuse to leave the hospital so I could come back out here and continue with my addictive lifestyle of doing blues.
do you think you have the strength, the courage enough to go to the hospital, get the care you need, let them deal with that infection, and then once you're 100%, then you come out here and do whatever you want to do. But right now, it's just a matter of time, dude. Whether it's 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, that clock is ticking. That right foot is probably infected already, because you're out here, your hands are dirty, you're scratching it, like you're scratching the hole on your forearm with your fingers. Dude, all that's bad. It's bad news, right? You know that. You're old enough to know that, right? So, what's it gonna take?
Man, I've often asked myself that question, and I don't have an answer. It might take my life. That's a reality that I face, and it's a possibility. But I do know that I'm back out here again in a position where I can't take care of myself, so I'm gonna have to return to the hospital and try it again.
You told me you have a son and you have parents. If your son, how old is your son?
He's 8 months old.
8 months old. Where's your son at?
He's with his mother-in-law. She adopted him because he was born addicted to fentanyl.
Where's the mom?
She's somewhere out here on the streets, addicted too.
So, if your parents see this, what message do you have for them?
I just want them to know that I'm gonna be okay, and that I hope they're okay as well. I'm doing the best that I can under the circumstances, and just know that it's gonna be better.
Have you thought about mortality?
I have, but being numb and on the drugs, it's like it doesn't really take hold like it would if I was stone cold sober.
I know. I do know. I know exactly what you mean, because that same response, the things you're telling me, again, I've heard it from different people, other people in wheelchairs. They're no longer here. 37-year-old Martin. I was talking to him for the last 2 months of his life. Because that everything you got, he probably had a few more health issues. But yeah, man, and he refused to go to the hospital. He went when it was too late.
Too late.
That's it, too late. 21-year-old Blake didn't want to go to the hospital. He ended up going when it was too late. The last 2 weeks of his life were in the hospital because he just couldn't leave. Like, he was physically not able to leave because his body was just shutting down. So, all right, I'm done. You've put me through enough. 21 years old, dude.
It's so sad.
Exactly. It's sad. It's sad for you because you're still young. And what you say is the pills kind of numb you. They don't make you realize that mortality is hovering over you, right? No, it's right there.
No. There's such a strange phenomenon, man. Fentanyl is such a bad drug. I wish whoever invented it had never done so, even though it has done lots of good, because it's been turned and weaponized against the American public, and I think it should be deemed like a public health crisis. If there's anybody out here that has any kind of say-so, man, talk to your senators, legislators, tell them to do more, because these people out here, I'm telling you, everybody out here hooked on this drug, they don't want to be out here on these streets doing this drug deep down inside, but it's such a powerful force, we'll literally go to the ends of the earth to get it.
Yeah, my solution would be, if I had a magic wand, I'd classify what's happening, this epidemic with these counterfeit fentanyl pills that are being made by the Mexican cartels with ingredients that they buy from China. I'd classify this as terrorism.
It is.
And just put all the resources of the federal government into stopping this crap from coming in. That's what it's going to take, because we're going to lose people. We're already losing, people, generations of people, right? Young people. Not 40-year-olds, not 50-year-olds.
Talented people that had never done drugs before in their life did one fentanyl pill and are gone forever now.
Gone, brother, exactly. I've seen it, super sad. You and I are going to stay in contact. I'm going to give you my card with my number on it, so that you can call me. We can stay in touch, okay, at least once a week. Come out here and bring you some food. Right now, here comes a police officer, so we're probably going to have to leave, but I'll wait for him to approach us. But I'm going to go get you some food right now. It was really nice talking to you. I was pulling up, getting some gas, and I saw you. I already knew your story. It's like, I just didn't know your name.
Right.
I already know your story, though, because I've seen it too many times.
Yeah.
And it breaks my heart, dude. You're younger than me. I'm older than you. I'm 49. You're 40 what, too? You're just a new father, 8-month-old baby. At the rate you're going, you might not see his first birthday.
You're right.
It's true. I'm not trying to scare you or be, anything like that, trying to dramatize anything. It's just the reality, bro.
Yeah,
It's true. So you have to muster some courage, right? Some strength, some balls, and be like, you know what? This dude is right. I'm gonna go to the hospital right now and just go through the withdrawals, go through the pain, and regain control of my life. Because I don't want to be another statistic. I don't want to be another Lost in Phoenix that's gone, right? I want to be a success story. At the very least, get better, so they don't start chopping up your feet or sepsis, your heart, and you're gone, right?
Yeah.
So we'll stay in contact. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. God bless. We'll talk soon, okay?
All right. Thank you.